is Ryan, and this is my story. My first experience with mental health was with anxiety and depression, struggling with adjusting to adult life, making that jump into work, and striving to be more independent. From a young age, I always enjoyed helping others, and when leaving school, I studied a public service course in college and had a view of joining the forces to help others across the world travel, and it brought me to joining the RAF. When I joined the Air Force, I was very determined to do well and stand out due to wanting to win trophies, also wanting to take part in further training, as I looked up to the corporals and what they taught me in a very little amount of time. Unfortunately, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself and getting stressed, which caused me to have a maximum of 3 hours of sleep a night, which actually lasted for 10 days. In my manic state, my symptoms were that I was very grandiose, with money ideas, was quite erratic, high levels of elation, increased speed of speech, and decreased need of sleep. And on the 10th day, I was assessed by medical staff and then put onto a ward where they diagnosed me with my first episode of psychosis. Psychosis is the loss of contact with reality. I believed it was that I was going to cure poverty because of thinking I'd found a gambling method which would win me a lot of money the day of admission. I had lots of grandiose ideas and was at risk of spending money and putting myself in danger due to my lack of insight and awareness. The ward was a place of safety for me, but at the time I didn't see it that way, as when experiencing psychosis you can be more agitated and hostile. After 28 days I was discharged from the ward, but I was very lost and told I couldn't go back into the forces because of my illness, which was always in the back of my mind daily and something that was really hard to try and move on from. I ended up going back to work full time, but didn't look after my mental state well enough and ignored professionals' advice, which led to me to have my second episode of psychosis. This time my family saw when I started to decline in the build-up, which wasn't just tough for me but tough for them, also which was traumatising for us all. And when admitted, I started to realise I really needed some help, and I didn't want this to happen again because of the uncertainty in my future. The turning points for me were medication, taking professionals' advice, talking about my feelings, and if I was struggling, noticing my triggers, having coping strategies, routine, getting out of my comfort zone, goal setting, environment which was crucial, but for me, physical activity. Physical activity was where I felt like it got to a stage where I was better than I was before joining the forces, which was a big goal from when I got unwell. Of my physical levels, energy, confidence, and mental health, it really improved. I don't look at my experience of psychosis as a negative thing now, because I now use my journey to help others who have also had the same experience as I have, and I'm now a peer support worker for a team that helps with psychosis. Having this role has taught me a lot about my own mental health and enabled me to have a job which I believe gives me purpose, which is very rewarding and where I make a difference to people's lives daily. I'm hoping this video can help give someone hope, empower them to speak about their experiences to others and to seek help, and also to help reduce the stigma around mental health. Don't give up hope. It is never too late to ask for help, and you are never alone.